Here we are with KRISTONE, special guest.
How's it going?
Well known around the locally, internationally, probably. But yeah, man. Just thanks for being here.
No worries.
Thanks so much for agreeing to do this. It's really cool. Like for our first podcast to have you is a real honor.
Yeah,
And
of course.
yeah, man. Like I remember I started following you on Instagram like back in 2017, and seeing you jump from a few hundred to thousands within like a year is insane, man. Like, how do you do that? Like,
I think if you've got a good product or something good to offer,
yeah,
people will follow through.
it's just crazy how
Yeah.
like it's because I've got like local artists that I'm following as well, like mates from high school even,
True.
like just following you, and it's just crazy to see you.
No way.
Yeah, and
I'm just saying it slow.
yeah.
Yeah, 2017 is when I started the account actually.
Oh yeah,
Because
what? Sorry.
no, I used to be anti-smartphones and social media,
Oh wow.
but then I kept going to exhibition openings and events, and I'd meet important people, and they'd be asking, "Oh, so nice to meet you. So can I see some of your works? What's your Instagram?"
Yeah.
And I always say, "No, I don't have one. I don't have one." So after the third important curator that I met, it's like, "Oh crap, I've got to make one."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
For
the
sure.
portfolio nowadays.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Right? I feel like Instagram is huge as a creative platform.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it's so like they've made it so easy just to contact you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like just to show off your artwork in it. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like the discover page as well.
True.
Like
True.
oh man, like the amount of like creatives I find in that and just that tab alone is just
For
crazy.
sure.
But like I see you doing like stuff in China
Yeah.
and like Philippines. How'd you get to
Right.
that?
I reckon, you know what, like, if like, as a local creative like yourself here locally in Western Sydney, it's hard to break through here locally. I feel like it's Sydney's super cliquish and stuff like that. But overseas, I find it a lot easier to introduce yourself, and people just respond a lot easier.
yeah, for sure.
Like I'm going to New York soon, and I know that over there, if you're coming as a Filipino Australian artist, that's a different feel for if you're coming from Mount Druitt or Rudy Hill, going to Sydney. It's like they don't care. Oh, you're just another Western suburb dude. But yeah.
That's crazy. Just to see like how far you've gotten just through like. Do you think there's more people looking at your artwork than before now that
Oh
you
yeah,
have
for
Instagram?
sure, 100%.
That's crazy, man.
That's how I got invited to Manila. Somebody saw my stuff.
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
because I was looking
Yeah.
at I'm not sure if you know Donald Glover.
Yeah.
He was doing a film, and one of his producers. So they got like they were doing a short film, and one of the producers thought that Rihanna would be good for the role. So what they did was just DM her through Instagram. So it's just insane how like
No way.
Instagram has been such a big role in just the creative industry.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, and like, how would you say like people contact you in order to do like works or do exhibitions? What would you say is like the main platform right now?
So official keen people usually contact by email,
Yeah, of course.
but the first sort of introduction is definitely through Instagram. And from Instagram, there's a link to my website. So people like follow the website and look at more stuff.
Yeah.
And I can track how they get to my website by the stats on my
Yeah,
website.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can tell like, oh, it came because they clicked it from Instagram or they searched it from Google, stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's been like Instagram. I'm so like it's become so easy to just get out there. Huh?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
But yeah, I saw you. Was it teaching a class in China?
Yeah.
How was that, man?
Oh yeah, that's how they found me. Bloody hell! Like,
Oh, really?
so I was doing a residency in Hong Kong, and I was
Yeah,
actually running short on money because it was already almost my third. Yeah, it was my third month traveling or doing art stuff,
No way.
and I wasn't really saving. I wasn't, it took me a while to start selling stuff. Eventually, all the income came in the space of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But anyway, towards the end of that trip, somebody contacted me from a school, and yeah, they apparently started studying my work, but they found me through Instagram, which is so funny.
Hey.
Yeah.
So they'll literally learn about your artwork.
Yeah.
Thing, like it was part of like the syllabus.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh well,
that's insane,
well,
right?
they were doing drawing and portraiture, and then
Yeah.
So if you look at their VAPD, they were like looking at my artist statement, and they were looking at like
Oh,
they were drawing my
man.
drawings as a drawing.
That's
They were studying. I know. I was like, what the heck? This is crazy.
So you actually went to that school?
Yeah. They invited me for 2 days.
How was that? Like,
It was amazing.
yeah.
It was really
How was
fun.
the language barrier between?
Oh, it was an English international school.
Oh,
so
okay.
like,
True.
it was cool. Yeah.
Were they like heaps excited to see you?
Yeah, they were super keen, and they were so like they were shy, and they wanted to impress you with their drawings. You know how it was as a kid, like you know how like so I gave them like a drawing workshop, and they're just drawing, they're so keen. And you know when you like walk around, and you can tell like if you're behind someone, they're like sort of like,
yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Just the fact that a school is studying your artwork would be insane. Like like at English you'd study like Shakespeare, then on art you'd study KRISTONE CAPISTRANO.
One day, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, like how often would you say, like, is there ever people who just approach you on like social media or just in person, like, do they just hit you up saying like, hey, like your artwork's crazy, like what you do is mad?
Yeah.
Does it come often? Or?
Lately I've been pretty low key this first half of the year because So okay, when you're producing a lot of work, yes, it does. So I haven't posted in 2 months, and then this part today I didn't post yesterday and today because I've been so busy. But the previous days I posted 1 picture a day, and I got like 40 new followers just from that. So if I'm posting more stuff, then there's more of these sort of connections and people contacting you. But if you're low key, then it sort of doesn't happen. So
fair enough, because like these, looking at these works of yours, man, like it looks like it takes time, man. Like, what would you say is like the process? Like, like, would you say that time is a factor?
Time's a big time. Time's a big time. Time's a big part of it. It actually doesn't take that long. My biggest problem is procrastination.
Oh man!
Because because I'm saving up for my New York artist trip.
Of course.
I decided to teach this whole term. So waking up 5-6 hours, of sleep, and then work is around 6 hours, 7 hours including travel. And if you're gonna go to the gym for like an hour, 2 hours, that's like, and then you're tired. So this is like another job, really. Ideally, you're just doing this full time because you need time to rest. So this didn't take that long. Like drawing up the outlines would have taken like an hour and a half. This would have just been literally 1 hour, the face. This pacify thing is really detail heavy. It's not fully done, but that took me like 2 hours. So it's not that much, but it's the transitioning into the creative process. Like you don't just sit down and make a new design. Like you gotta be in the zone, and it takes a while to get there.
Yeah, because like just looking at it, like there's all these like outlines and there's all these things, and like people would expect it to turn out to what it
exactly.
Which is a crazy thing.
Like I remember when I saw that artwork for the first time at Kinyakunya.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, whoa, what the heck? And I remember there was a few people walking past, and they were like just as surprised as I am.
Yeah.
I even saw one dude try to like smell it, dude.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Like it was weird, but I was just like,
I want to make artworks that smell actually. I'm like researching it now because traditionally in Chinese ink stuff they use like incense as part of it. So sometimes some of the ink has a smell.
True.
So
that's alright.
Yeah,
that's
when
probably why it
that's like I wonder.
But yeah, that's real cool, man. Like, just did you like do that yourself?
Yeah. So I've always had trouble exhibiting the artwork because they're so big. The problem is how do you hang it? So I wanted an artwork that like just hangs by itself, or just where you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm still getting there. It's hard. So basically, I started melting paper into with resin and fiberglass, which is what you use for surfboards.
Yeah.
So so when you can knock it, it's pretty thick.
Oh,
so it stands by itself.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how long would that process take? Like, so do you start off with like a flat canvas and then? No, you draw it first and then you shape it. So if I was going to turn this into something more 3D, I would then sort of crumple it up and then apply the resin and stuff. Apply the resin, right?
Yeah.
Geez. So what would you say is like more of, I guess, like I don't know how to say it, like something more precise. I don't know, precision.
Yeah.
Or like something that takes, I guess, a lot of accuracy, and would you say it's fine lining what you're drawing, or basically if you are going for that approach of making it, I guess,
3D-ish,
3D-ish, realistic, what would you say is more of a process?
Both of them, I think. They both take a lot of effort and
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Well, drawing is definitely more simple. Drawing on paper, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I don't know if I'm right, but charcoal, is that your main type?
Yeah. That's my main thing. Yeah.
So would you say, like, how would you compare charcoal to, say, like, paint? Or would you say to, like...
I hate painting. Paint's like girls. They're complicated. They take there's a lot of preparation.
Fair enough.
And then it's messy.
Oh man.
And like this is simple. It's black and white, straight to the point. You just use your hands. But with paint, you got to get a paintbrush. You got to mix it a bit, and then sometimes you need water. And if you're using oils, you need like a turpentine, or like there's just so much. So yeah, paint's like girls. It's complicated. So I prefer charcoal. Charcoal's just like bang, get it over with.
Jeez, have you ever like painted before? Like,
yeah.
Do you have like artworks?
Yeah. I do have paintings, but I think that at one point I decided to, like, if you're gonna choose an instrument that you're the best at, I decided like, oh wow, nobody, like, okay, with the big, I don't have much big portraits here. I guess it's a portrait, but around the world right now, there's only one other person that does massive charcoal portraits.
Oh yeah.
It's just based in Zurich, in Switzerland. I think it's Switzerland. Yeah. So I know that I found a niche that, because art is all about finding something that nobody else does. Whereas with painting, there's like a million really good painters out there.
Sure.
So I'm in good stead if I can set myself apart. But in Sydney, it's all about painting. So in order to get out there, you need to win painting art competitions, and a lot of art competitions are painting competitions. So I'm gonna get back to painting. I have to. If I want to be successful here locally, I have to, which is cool. I'll just paint in black and whitish sort of stuff, I reckon. Yeah.
So like monochrome is type.
Yeah, definitely monochrome is my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirk was showing us earlier your HSC.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy because I was like thinking like if I was in year 12, I would not be able to do that.
Actually, no, I did that in year 11.
Oh,
year 11, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's come on,
that's my first charcoal piece, like proper charcoal thing.
How long did it take you to just?
That took me 2 weeks.
2 weeks, man. I was like months or
proper 2 weeks, yeah. But
That's
I was so that's the thing that shaped the rest of my practice like freak. Like it looks amazing, and after that I decided to I'm gonna stick to charcoal. But yeah, it was at St. Mary's, and there was a drawing class. So shout out to anyone that goes to St. Mary's. Like seriously, nobody. There's a studio drawing course there that really teaches people how to draw.
Oh really?
At one unit, non-HSC thing that people did in year 11. Yeah. You know people that would have done it already. Yeah.
True, yeah, probably.
It really, like like Grant, he draws. He did that too. Yeah.
Grant's crazy.
Yeah. So like that's the course to do. So that changed my life. That course for sure.
Man,
that's crazy. So like, what's the thought process? Like how do you decide on like who to draw?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in my mind, like waiting lists of what to draw. Even stuff that I know I want to draw in 5 years' time. It's just about time. It's all time. Yeah. But for me, if the thing is honest, if there's an honesty there, and I want to capture that honesty, so I like things that move the heart. So not really emotional or drama, but like things that are true, things that are authentic usually moves you. So I want to capture that fragility or vulnerability of the human person, or the strength. But even in strength, there's a sense of tenderness. So that's quite hard to capture, which is weird because contemporary art now, it's all about politics and I don't know. It's all politics really, but I don't care about that. I care about the human person. So we're all posers here. We all pose. We've all got a facade, right? But when I see someone that lets loose of their mask and just like when they're authentic and honest, it's like if I capture that, I want to draw it.
Yeah, because I know that you had an exhibition, Forgotten Faces, was it?
Yeah.
So what was that process like? Did you know these faces that you were drawing, or did you just think?
So that one had a specific theme because I was trying to like appeal to like contemporary art sort of circles, which is all about, like I said, politics.
Yeah,
So that one was more politics stuff. So I research really interesting. I research migrants that came to Australia, convicts,
yeah.
prisoners during the colonial period that weren't white. So the thing that started that is I found like a Filipino guy that was imprisoned and hung alongside Ned Kelly.
No.
Really?
So back then, so because I thought they just came recently, like in the 90s, like us.
Yeah.
But no, the Filipinos here in the 1880s, 1870s.
Oh wow.
And yeah, exactly. And then the more I researched, I found like a son of an African American slave who escaped America when he an African American that was here.
Yeah.
Chinese, just heaps of Chinese that were here. People from all over the place that weren't white because people usually think Australia's all white, but no, they were. It was multicultural before too. So
Yeah.
Wow. Filipino next to Ned Kelly.
Exactly.
That's oh my god. I would have never
Yeah,
expected that.
he was here he was working as a cook.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
man.
Come
on,
Oh, of course, exactly, right?
Come on, man.
Probably cooking some adobo.
Yeah, I don't in Melbourne.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
pretty funny.
That's
Yeah.
heaps interesting. I wouldn't even
Yeah.
have thought about that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's crazy that you have exhibitions and like around the world. Like, do you have like?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I should be thankful. Like sometimes I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm just like I'm like to Josh. Oh, like I want to hit up this exhibition. Oh wait, Jake, it's in Hong Kong. Like, like it's just crazy. Like,
yeah, this piece is gonna be in Manila at a group show there.
Oh no way.
For a gallery there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of Manila, like I really like, because I feel like Manila is really starting to pop up,
Oh yeah, big time.
like
Big time.
creatively. Like it's just a sudden spike, and
For
it's
sure.
just crazy, like to see everyone. Because like, from our parents, like it's like Manila's like really conservative, and, like,
Mm,
but it's just really it's really interesting to see like everyone just showing their like true colors and
yeah.
like whether it be through music or like art or like even like you showed me Barangay Boys.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, whoa, that's crazy.
Barangay Boys are all people from like New York and like
Oh,
LA
okay,
and stuff.
okay.
No, but it's interesting because a lot of people who are like us, whose parents left, a lot of these young ones are getting inspired by going back to Manila, and I mean that's sort of what
Yeah.
I'm doing as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm finding that locally, there's stuff that I can't do that's very Filipino, but it's not appreciated here. But if you take it to somewhere else like Hong Kong or Manila, like they soak it up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So would you say like culture, like just the upbringing of culture, is evident
Oh
in
yeah.
the works that you do? And
Yeah. So like Filipino art's often very figurative or like representational. People might say traditional or realistic isn't the word, but it's very bodily. Like Filipinos, we hug, we touch, we dance, so we're very bodily. So like our artwork isn't so like it's conceptual, but the body's really important. The face is really important. So I know that that's influenced my art in some sense.
Would you say Western Sydney? Just growing up in Western Sydney. Wait, you grew up in Western
Yeah,
Sydney.
for sure.
But
Yeah,
like,
man.
would you say it's a big part of your your drawings and whatnot?
Yeah, for sure. There's an honesty to the people that live around Western Sydney, and also like as a teacher, like teaching art workshops out in the West, the kids are totally different. The Western Sydney kids are very sort of just humble and modest and down to earth, the best description, and there's a sense of gratitude. Yeah, and I hope my art has that. I hope my art isn't sort of pretentious and trying to be super conceptual, but it's about just being whatever it is, Yeah. So I think it's a bit Western Sydney.
yeah, fair enough.
Man, yeah, there's like just so much talent, and I feel like just
Heaps,
the creative side of just workflow or just anything is just really getting up there as of late.
for sure,
you see it through music, you see it through art, you see it through even like film, and just any opportunity that like a creative mind can get into, it's crazy. So
even just seeing because we watched a video the other day of 1-4. Have you heard of 1-4?
No,
It's like this rap group, right?
Yeah.
And it's just
from here.
from Mount Druitt. And it's
no way.
It's just crazy to see Mount Druitt Station in a video clip that has like millions of like views.
Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it.
But it's really cool to see Western Sydney popping up.
Yeah.
Do you like like who's that group with Chris and May and all that? They're
Oh,
always,
Lockbed
Oh,
Studios.
Love Bed.
they're always
Yeah,
usually-
yeah.
and then there's Stonecutters at barber shop.
Stonecutters. I've heard of Stonecutters before.
Yeah.
Stonecutters is
It's just
some-
in Glendenning.
Yeah.
It's
that
it's like a
brick
barber
area.
shop, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's super trendy and like you would love that place. They do like the host exhibitions and stuff now and again. Well, they're trying to
Yeah.
be more out there, but the place is super creative. Like if you guys check it out,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
So you've had exhibitions in Blacktown before, right?
yeah.
So what would you say the difference is having an exhibition in Hong Kong between Blacktown?
Well, I haven't had a solo exhibition in Blacktown. I've been invited in
Okay.
group stuff. Yeah, look, Blacktown is away from the city, so it's not pretending to be anything. It's not simple either. Like there's a lot of good works that Blacktown like spearheads.
Yeah.
What? It's a good question. Yeah, Blacktown is where a lot of local families live, and a lot of I don't know how to answer it. What's the question again?
What's the difference between having a exhibition in Hong Kong and
Oh,
having one in
okay.
Blacktown?
Okay, so for example, next year I'm going to be in a group show at Blacktown. I got invited by the Blacktown Gallery
Okay.
called Terra Infirma.
Yeah.
So having a show there means that my students that I teach at St. Agnes can go. Means like you guys can go. It means my family can literally just drive there 5 minutes away. If it's overseas, people can't get there.
Yeah.
Even if it's in the city, like the Kinokuniya one, it's a
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
further to for a lot of local people. So
Mhm.
having one at Blacktown makes a difference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For
Do you,
sure.
would you say it's like kind of scary to have one like overseas? Like,
Nah, it's
Nah?
awesome. What's scary is like if you have a show at a place where you know friends, then they come to your opening night. Opening night is like, I mean, if you're having a performance, it's like your gig, right?
Yeah.
Oops. That's cool. Sorry, a little technical difficulty.
So good. You're good, Collins, mate.
You all good? Good catch, but yeah. Thank you.
Shout out to Carlos.
Yeah, what's up, Carlos? Cheers.
Oh man, that was great.
Good catch, seriously.
Oh, man.
Yeah, a drawing that was hanging there was just sort of fell over.
Seeing it past the camera, man. Yeah. Oh, gee. Anyways,
Yeah.
back to what you were saying, Kristone, about just the whole like local, I guess local support compared to like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like I had a show at Melbourne, and I did know some people, so they came to the opening. And the exhibition opening was alongside other galleries, so there was a crowd that would just pop into your gallery.
Yeah.
So, but my show at Kunikunuya, local friends from art school, family, they all came because they live here.
Yeah.
Whereas in Hong Kong, the people that came were just friends that I met over the 3 weeks. So when they have a show in New York next year,
Yeah.
I'm trying to organize one as well while I'm there. There's something low key. I can have a show and maybe just 5-10 people will turn up. Like that's a bit sad. But who cares? Like it's gonna be in your resume anyway.
Mm.
And exhibitions last for 1 week. People come in every day, so yeah, it's all good as well.
Yeah. And it's like I think just having your own space would be cool. Like even if like barely anyone goes, like I'd have like I don't know, just to like if I were to open up like an exhibition or like a store, say for Pretty Boy merch, I'd have like I'd invite loads of friends if it's local and just
of course.
just have music going and like just the vibe of it. Just
The vibe would be awesome.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, man, like it's crazy how you're going to New York. You're like traveling the world, huh?
I love traveling. I love
Everyone's dream, man.
I love Western Sydney too, but I love traveling.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So does it feel good to be back? Like back at home?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be grounded and teach. Like I'm teaching right now, so I'm saving up so that when I'm traveling, I don't have to work while I'm there.
Yeah.
And teaching art to like kids, it's really good. It makes a difference to your own practice as well. But it's good to be back. But it's also good to get out of this winter. Bloody hell.
So you're more of a summer person than you're.
Yeah. So I actually plan this residency so I can escape winter.
Oh.
But why is it so cold right now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've got 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
Oh, no.
Literally 5 weeks and 1 day, because tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah.
5 weeks and 1 day.
Goodness,
Off to Hawaii for a week, and then LA for 4 days, and then New York.
Are you planning to do anything at LA and Hawaii, or just
Hawaii's just to chill.
Yeah,
I'm going by myself. I don't care. Like I'll meet people.
Yeah.
And LA, I know some people there. I just want to check out the art scene and go
LA.
to galleries. Literally knock on galleries' doors, hand out my business cards, and you never know.
That's
what
crazy.
happens.
That's crazy. You have the confidence to do that.
Yeah, you got to. That's how I got. That's how I started. Like, this is gonna be shown in a gallery in Manila.
Oh yeah.
And I just rocked up at that gallery. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. Last July. Introduced myself, made friends, and now I'm gonna show there.
That's crazy.
So it's all about. You never know. Like, I might get invited for a show in LA because of just rocking up for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta believe in what you do, and
it's just like confidence.
yeah, confidence, mate. There's a lot of crap art out there, but they're confident, so they get the big bucks.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
And it's like
You gotta be a poser until it happens. That's what I'm all I mean, you guys are impressed with New York, but I'm just there for 3 months for the artist. I mean, I've got nothing right now, but it all starts from posing.
That's crazy. Like, you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And it's that commitment that you want.
Exactly,
That drive.
Yeah. But yeah, tell me about your artwork again. Like,
Sure.
have you, how many artworks would you say you've sold?
I don't know. I haven't counted a lot.
Are there a lot then?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy that people would just buy your stuff. Like, even when you just for us, when you sell one T-shirt, it's
a big deal, right?
Yeah,
I'm so happy. Like, hey, I haven't sold in a while. Because I haven't been making, I've been doing other stuff like video stuff and applying for things and doing my admin, but it always feels good when somebody buys. It's not like people aren't buying every day.
No,
for sure, but yeah.
That's real cool, man.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, my throat. My bad.
Sorry, bro.
But, man, it's just, you always just have to take a second look, at these works, because, it's not just a simple brush. It's not just a look at it, do it in 5-10 minutes, and it's done. It's just all about interpretation.
Yeah.
And, it's crazy because I feel like right now, a lot of people, as of late, really pay attention to detail.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You see, just there was a shoe that Tyler the Creator dropped with his golf bang where it had lyrics of his album across the sole.
Wow.
And it's just how crazy those subtle things. It's what catches people now, because now before then all people wanted was just say something that was already there, something massive here,
easy,
something there, just a painting of something. But now, people are looking for things that are more in the picture, I guess,
for
or
sure.
more that's in front of them. So, how would you take that approach of people trying to pay attention to details? Does that change your mindset, or does it? Do you feel like it complements your work?
Yeah.
How would you feel?
I don't know. Detail's really important for me. My trick usually is I focus on one section and really get quite a depth of detail, and then the rest I can just sort of chill with.
Yeah.
So here, the pacifier's got more detail. It's not done, but the face I'm gonna shape up a bit. So the face, but the rest is gonna be super sort of not rushed, but more sketchy, more impressionistic. But when you talk about detail, at least this section's mad detailed, and everything else will be anchored from there. So in that sense, detail's all important. If it's all very sketchy, then it won't capture the attention of people, I think. So there has to be some sort of focus for me at least, within the picture. I mean, this one's too detailed, but it still works.
Yeah.
No, the head and the body's not that detailed, but the eyes and the section there's the center of the face is pretty detailed.
Yeah. So when you say you step out of your own work and you start interpreting other people's work, what would you say is your thought process when you're looking at an artwork?
I always think about how did they make it, because the way a critic or a curator would look at a work is different from the way an artist would do it. So when I look at a work, I say how did they make it. I judge their skill level, basically. Artists always do that. We size up each other. And if you if they're talented, you really have a bit of respect. like, good job. Like that's you tell them, and if it's not so good, then I think, okay, well, they could have done this better, they could have done that better. But I ask myself, why isn't it working?
Right.
Yeah, but I don't, if it's a bad piece of work, then I don't give it that much time. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And like,
But just had a topic, man. Like,
Sure.
we recently saw, not recently, but we saw a photo of you and Takashi.
Oh yeah, Murakami. I deleted that photo. I should post it again.
But,
I'm sorry.
It's just crazy to see like Takashi is like clout level, man.
Yeah.
So how was that encounter with him?
That was amazing. He was so humble, actually, so modest, so humble, super friendly. See, I went to his opening in Hong Kong. I knew somebody that had tickets, so I got in, and then he was just talking to me. Like, there was a line of people wanting selfies, obviously. He was super kind, super cheerful. Yeah, I was starstruck. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's crazy to see him, like, I guess, because when you look at his kind of artwork, you wouldn't expect him to be within the scene of streetwear.
Oh yeah, no way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, just an album cover by Kanye, and the relationship with Kanye just branched on from like
so good
Off-White and just these sneakers that wouldn't even like think of.
Crazy.
Yeah, like just that scene of just his style of like just colors and stuff. It's funny to see the.
At one point he was like a struggling painter, wannabe painter.
Oh really?
He wasn't always successful. Yeah. And in Japan, like that's a big like sort of shame for the family. Look at him now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, like I've noticed a lot of Japanese people really love like what you call it, like characters.
Oh yeah.
And he really does shows that in his
That's
art,
his thing. Yeah.
especially with like flower.
The
flower ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's iconic.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see what he does, and
I love that no one else is doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like,
yeah.
that's what I'm trying to do. Like, find my niche. But I like that he's working with streetwear and pop culture. Like, I hope I can get like my practice can develop. To that level. Like I used to do more graffiti sort of illustration sort of stuff. Okay. But my lecturers were like, oh no, I get, move away from it, because that wasn't what was trendy back then. So we'll see how I can integrate that sort of.
Would you ever think of like making, like clothing or anything?
Yeah, that would be good. I'd love to make one-off.
Yeah.
One-off T-shirt artworks. I don't know how that works. I've spoken to some fashion designer friends, and it's just something I would. Instead of hanging an artwork on a wall, hang it on a shirt, and then the shirt can hang on the wall, and then they can buy the shirt and wear it. I think that'd be cool.
That's mad.
Yeah, but I don't know yet, like because drawing on a shirt is like drawing on canvas, and I draw on paper, so I've got to figure it out. Yeah.
So like speaking of the shirts, like have you ever thought of approaching anything aside from the canvas? Like was there anything else aside from a shirt? Was anything else like sculptures
so sculptures like this, I have done sculptures recently, like last year.
I remember you made one of like made from bread.
I still want to do bread. Like I want to do I want to make like a big fat baby out of bread.
That's crazy, man. That's funny, man. That's really cool.
Man. But the bread's like preserved and stuff. Like it's gonna last forever because it resin. But still want to make something with bread.
That's cool. No one would ever like think of that. Just like I don't know, man. That's such a good idea. I really like that. Hi, welcome back to
Hello.
Pretty Boy Podcast Radio.
So let's move on to the next segment, I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty moments, man.
Wow.
So what would you say is like one of the prettiest moments you've had throughout your career? It could be anything from moments you've had in exhibitions or like times you just thought like, whoa, man, like this is so surreal, man. Like this is some crazy stuff. So
like I think once it's like mad highlight I had was back in the days before I got back to my art fully. I went back to uni to do my honors the first time, and then I started making this kind of art stuff for that 1 year. and I had a falling out with my mentor, with my lecturer.
Oh, nice.
Because I wanted to back to traveling. I really wanted to travel to Europe, but he goes, "Well, you're in your honors. You can't miss out 3 weeks." And I said, "But I've never been absent. You can miss out 3 weeks." So I had a bit of a fight over that. I said, "No, I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go to Europe." And I got back 2 weeks later, and his mood changed. Instead of being full supportive, everything I did was pretty crap.
Oh,
at one point, even saying, "Why are you even doing this sort of stuff? Because no one in the it's not gonna get any traction in the industry. You're wasting your time." Basically, that's what he was saying. So I got really cut, and then so I decided to drop out of honors and just do my thing. So that thing I was preparing for my main research body of work, I submitted it in an art prize, and I got selected as a finalist.
Oof.
And they called me up, like, "Oh, you gotta come." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know how much money." It's like, "No, you have to come to Perth." And I'm like, "But it's tomorrow." It's like, "No, you have to be there." And I said, "Well, okay, I'll be there."
Oh,
and
man.
then when they're calling out the, I know,
It's like a movie. Man.
Exactly. So
man.
remember, this is the drawing that my mentor was like, "Nah, this isn't going nowhere. It's useless." Anyway, so I get there. They announce the third runner-up, second runner-up, and I'm like, "Oh, I hope these guys aren't just pulling my leg because I've spent like $400 just to come into Perth." And when they announced the winner, it was me. I was over the moon, and my head was just spinning. It was I wanted bloody 35 grand at that point. And then
5, man.
and then the work got bought for 5 grand. So I know. I mean, I know. So I haven't won anything that big since. I won other big prize, but not 35 grand. But nonetheless, that's one of the prettiest moments. Like I was literally like, "What is going on?"
Oh, man.
Like everything just made sense, everything fit, and I was just beaming.
Man, and like your own mentor.
I know. So when I like when he found out, I'm like, there you go. There you go.
Man. I can't believe that someone would do such a thing, man.
I know.
But that's crazy, man. That's funny as it. But like teaching in Hong Kong, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have any like maybe like any moments that stood out to you while teaching there?
Walking into that classroom, it's not just one class. I think a lot of the students had to, like, especially one year group, and walking in and seeing their like art books, their VAPD things.
Yeah.
And then they've got like cutouts from my website, from newspaper articles about me, and then like they're drawing the stuff that I drew. Like it's like what? Like seeing this in their book, like of course. There's more drawings are big in their books, like A4 or A3 or whatever. But they're trying hard and they got questions about me in the research about me. Yeah, that's intense.
Oh, how many kids were in that class? Do you
Third class was like 30 to 40. And multiple classes, I know. That was intense. But yeah, I mean, I've taught at other schools here. But nothing like that in Hong Kong.
Oh wow. That's far out.
Yeah. So you're teaching in St. Agnes?
I'm teaching St. Agnes right now.
Yeah, how's that? Like, do you teach art or?
I'm teaching English right now.
English?
But I do teach a bit of art. I've been invited to other schools to do like art sessions, like workshops. So it's like excursions, but incursions. So I go in there.
Wow, I know.
Some techniques.
My school used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
But were there any moments while teaching in Agnes that stood out to you?
You know, it's really inspiring for me to share like my story that I'm an artist and that it really inspires the kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even today, we had like something called an ELP where they're supposed to just study. The people that don't go to sports, because nowadays you don't have to go to sports on Thursdays.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was the same at your time, but so like a bunch of people at the back were just like looking through my website when they heard I'm an artist. They started questioning, is this for real? Were you really there? And I was like, trying to give him encouragement that, you just dream big and, you guys can make it too. Cool. So that's a pretty moment for me. Yeah. And I'm just chill. I'm just like, like I'm not trying to make it like a big deal because I'm not a big deal yet. I'm still, I'm still crawling. I haven't walked yet, per se. Walking, crawling,
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
It's crazy to see where you are now, man. Like, but yeah, man.
Like big props, man. Like,
cheers.
Going above and beyond to do what you want to do. You know, at the same time, like sharing your wisdom and sharing everything that you've learned on the way to like you know, the next generation. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like, it takes a lot of courage. You know, it takes a lot of balls to, you know, jump out of your comfort zone. You know, go to places where, you know, like sometimes where English isn't even like the primary language, and
hard out.
and like, you know, people who you don't even know probably know your work. It's insane, man. Like when you came and there were kids, you know, researching about you. Like who knows what else is out there?
Yeah.
It's insane. Like it's so surreal. And, like we wish you all the best.
Yeah.
With the future.
Well, thanks for reminding me about that.
No,
it's
of course,
I haven't even
man.
thought about that for a while. Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy. Like you never know. Like it's like it all comes down to that, you know, that human, you know, nature that you're always looking for in your artworks, and seeing how it reflects back to these people who kind of look at your stuff. It's kind of like a win-win, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, help me, help you type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you want to try that hologram thing?
Okay, I will try it out.
Let's do it.
This is a pilot, but all right. So we're just gonna go through your Instagram. That's cool.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Man, there's so many awkward shots there.
So you're just gonna give us.
Oh no!
You're just gonna give us a little
So awkward.
little background of like sorry, hot ones, man. But like you're just gonna explain what's going on in this photo. So first off.
Oh yeah, so that's me going to that school at King George V in Hong Kong. So there's some of the students that I met. That's not everyone, but that's the last class that I took.
Oh yeah. So how old were they? What was the age group that you were teaching?
I taught 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But those ones are probably 8 or 9. I forgot. Grade 8 or 9. Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh. So was this?
Yeah. So they're I was doing a portrait of the Dalai Lama as a baby. So that's the eyes of the Dalai Lama. I was just showing him how to draw an eye. So I was showing it over and over and over again so that they have like a process of like how to do it.
Yeah.
That's
That's crazy.
really accurate, man.
You want to pick one, man?
All right. Man, this is funny. All right, okay.
Should have went on private before this interview.
All right, this one right here.
Oh yeah, so that's when I got to Hong Kong and I bought like the piece of paper that I was gonna use to draw, and just found like a spot with Chinese letters. So I was like, yeah,
that's crazy. All right, this is fun.
All right. Let's see.
What else is it? Oh man, trying to find a good one, man. I'm Cade. What do you see?
How about this one? This one looks nice.
Oh yeah. Wow. So that's the Great Wall of China. I went with some uni, like basically UNSW picked like a bunch of people, like artists, designers, fashion designers. There's a mix there, sculpture artists. So we had to all apply, and they picked like a handful. And then we went to Hong Kong, Beijing, and Shenzhen in China to like collaborate with local art students to do stuff too. So,
okay. Yeah. Cool.
That was good fun.
That's crazy. What was it like in Great Wall, man?
It was pretty great.
Fair enough, man.
It was cool. That's good.
Yeah,
it was rushed,
cool.
but
man, this is man. I was like, I don't know which one. There's just so many to choose from. Of course, why not? This one right here.
Hey. Oh yeah, walking in Japan, my little brother. I treated him like. Did I treat him that trip? No, I didn't. But I treated a lot of that trip. He spent more money than me.
Damn, he looks so young, man. Kirk.
What year was this?
Yeah, before he started growing his hair. 2017.
2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
So like, I know.
He bought more stuff than me. He's always like, "Oh, hey, Kuya, I forgot my wallet." In the hotel. Always.
So like, whereabouts did you go in Japan?
Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto. Just a default place.
Yeah.
Wakayama, that's where that was. South
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Japan's amazing.
Well, yeah, I know. Like
Dolls.
being in Japan, there's like there's a lot of bathhouses.
Oh yeah, onsens.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, man, I love onsens.
Yeah.
Especially weather like this. So we even went to an onsen once. It's like outdoors, full moon, and it was snowing at the same time. Like
wow,
that's like straight up anime, right?
It was like anime. It was proper snowing, and the water's like super warm.
Yeah.
And we went late, so no one was there. So just me and Kirk, so we can just chill.
That's cool. Man.
It's such a weird feeling. It's like cold night. You see snow.
Yeah,
and you're warm at the
so
same
good.
time.
Oh man,
It was the best.
Yeah,
And you're outdoors as well.
Yeah,
That's
outdoors.
Oh,
It was
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
so relaxing.
While in Japan, did you Did you go visit any art exhibitions?
I didn't. I visited one, in Roppongi in Tokyo, but I didn't get to really venture out too much because it was all about food.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Food. Yeah.
I want to go to Japan so bad. Like, I have not been.
There's always Jetstar sales, like buy one, like get one.
Yeah,
one
apparently,
favorite. There's
like-
always
This guy just watched one anime now.
one episode even.
All right. Because this guy's been, and like whoever, like all my mates, whoever's been, like,
So
bro, you gotta go to Japan. You gotta go to Japan.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
Just for 2 weeks.
Yeah, same.
A week
Yeah.
in Tokyo and another in Osaka, Kyoto.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just really nice, bro. Just the fashion and just like the culture is just so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Love it.
but yeah, would you say I would like any type of like Japanese art inspire your work or like?
Yeah, I mean, I learned. I didn't. I can't say I learned how to draw because of anime, but I definitely drew a lot of anime growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
That got my interest going.
Yeah.
When I used to do more illustration stuff,
Yeah.
I like that they use a lot of black and white in their ink paintings. So for me, that's an influence for sure. That's what I'm trying to learn. So when I do this, I want to leave as much white space as possible. So that's sort of like a Japanese approach to making art. How's that empty void stuff make the other bits better?
Yeah.
The balance and all that.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. Anyways, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. Is there anything that you wanted to say, like shout out?
No, just thanks for the invite. Really,
Yeah,
it's
thank
an
you
honor.
so much, man.
Yeah. Cheers.
That was a close one. All right, thank you. Ooh,
Thanks,
that was a close one, man.
But yeah, see you guys.
All right, see you guys. All right.
All right, sweet. Thank you so much.
Well,
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right. Wow.